Okay, so we are on to our last video of the year. We are going to be doing time conversions, which is pretty simple because we know how to read a clock and how many seconds are in a minute and how many minutes are in an hour, but we're still going to review it. So I'm going to put time measurements. We're going to be measuring time and converting it from seconds to minutes to hours. I'm on page 130. Right, our objective. So today I will convert various time measurements. And then I'm going to glue this in, so I'll give you a second to do that. And we are going to draw it in. So obviously hour is our biggest, and then we go to minutes. We know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And then we're from minutes to seconds, there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And we kind of know that hour is our biggest time, and then we get to minutes, and seconds is our smallest time. So let's just fill it in really quick. So in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. In 60 minutes, there is 1 hour. And those are kind of like our basics, right? We know that there are 60 minutes in an hour, which is why 60 is our ratio, our conversion rate, and then we know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So another thing we want to look at is there are, in 1 hour, there is also 3,600 seconds. Okay, and these are kind of things that we know, but it's still nice to have in a picture. So let's look at some examples. So, how many minutes are in 210 seconds? So first we have to figure out where are we starting and where do we have to go. We are starting in seconds, and they want us to go to minutes. So if I'm going from seconds to minutes, I am going bigger, so I'm going to divide. So bigger equals divide. So I'm going to take what they gave me, so 210 seconds. Divided by, and then what is my conversion rate is 60. So I'm going to do 60 divided by 210. So I'm going to get rid of my zeros. 6 can go into 2 no times. 6 can go into 21 3 times, which gives me 18. Borrow 11 minus 3. So we have 3 whole minutes, and we have 3, which is actually 30. So we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds in 210 seconds. Okay, let's look at another one. How many hours are in 150 minutes? And the trouble with these is that it's not so simple with just multiplying and dividing. because it is time, so it gets a little tricky. So sometimes we might have to do a table or a timeline maybe to kind of help us out, but we're gonna kind of see if we can multiply and divide, and if we can't, then we will come up with another way to solve. So first thing let's figure out is we are going from minutes to an hour. From a minute to an hour, we are getting smaller, which means that we divide. And I think when we divide is when it gets tricky. I think when we multiply, it turns out okay, but division gets a little tricky sometimes with time. So let's just see if we can do it, and if not, we will do a table. So if we take 150 minutes divided by how many minutes are an hour? 60. What do we get? So let's try it. 60 divided by 150. Cross off the zeros. How many times can 6 go into 15? 2. Yeah, this is getting a little messy. 12. So then we have that remainder. Remember, this remainder is actually a 30 in time. So 2 hours and 30 minutes is our answer. Ooh. However, let's do a table as well to show that we can kind of do both. So we can do from we can do minutes on this side and then an hour on this side and just count. So we know that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 60 in 1 hour. We add another 60, we have 120. And that's 2 hours. We need to get to 150. Our next one is 180, because if we keep adding the 60, this would give us 3, but we don't actually have 180, we have 150. So it would be 2, and then we would need to subtract. So 180 minus 150, which would give us that 30. So 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is what we got with the division. It just looks a little bit different. Okay, we're gonna do kind of like a word problem now. Diego participated in a model building contest. He had a half hour, which means 30 minutes to build 3 models. The first model took him 15.5 minutes. So 15 minutes and 30 seconds, because 30 is half of 60. Let's see. The second model took him 12 3/4 minutes, which is the same as 12 minutes and 45 seconds to build. The third 3rd, 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 took him 2 3/4 minutes, which is actually 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Did he finish on time? Okay, there's a few different ways that you can solve this. You can do a timeline, you can add it up. So we're gonna try, I like just kind of adding it up. So he had a half hour to finish. They wanna know if he finished on time. So the first model took him 15 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm gonna kind of group them by minutes and seconds. His second one took him 12 minutes and 45 seconds. His last one took him 2 minutes and 45 seconds again. Oop. So I'm gonna add up my minutes first. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 29 minutes. And then let's add up our seconds. So 5, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many, we have to convert this to minutes to see how many. So what's our conversion rate? How many seconds are in a minute? 60. So 120 seconds is actually 2 minutes. So 29 plus 2, he actually took 31 minutes. So he did not make it. Okay, and I just kind of want to show you how I converted these fraction times to a second. So if they said that he took, let's say, I'm going back up to the problem, just to kind of show you, because I kind of did it in my head and didn't really show you. So, for example, it said 15 minutes, or 15 and a half minutes is what they told us. So, I know that 15 minutes is 15 minutes. So what's half of a minute? Half of a minute is 30 seconds. So that's how I got, because 2 divided by 60 is 30. So that's how I got from a half to 30 seconds. Now the other one said 12 3/4 minutes. So now instead of our minutes being broken up in half, they're broken up into quarters. So I'm going to do 4 divided by my 60, and that gave me 15.